Hey everybody, Hoosier Jedi here with another review for you. This time I'm talking episode 5 of Total Drama Pahkitew Island, called A Blast from the Past. Sorry if my voice is a little low this recording. I had some family show up today. That's actually caused me to get so distracted I missed the first 5 minutes of this episode. But just because of everything that's going on, I wasn't able to record this video right after the episode aired, and now I'm having to do it tonight, but I need to keep my voice down so that I don't wake anybody up. I'm kind of the night owl of the family anyway. So let's just kind of get right into things. Now, as I said, I did miss the first 5 minutes, but I still overall found this to be a pretty enjoyable episode. Not really a huge surprise that Sammy got cut this episode. I think her little journey had pretty much played itself out, and really, at this point, having Amy show up to get revenge was really about the only super interesting thing I think they had left to do with her. So again, not really super sorry to see Sammy gone. Without Amy around, she sort of loses a lot of what had originally made her a sympathetic character. But we've got the next season of Total Drama, and we've got the Total Drama Presents the Redonkulous Race coming up. They've announced some of the people who are going to be on that, one of whom is amazingly enough Leonard. So who knows if we'll see those two again. Actually, the real person who I thought was the standout in this episode was Scarlet. She really showed that she really knows how to push Max's buttons to kind of get him to do what she wants, and him pushing her too far by referring to her as his sidekick. Yeah, that, just the way she flipped out and got really angry, that's cool. That did a lot to really make her an interesting character. As for Max himself, it was certainly interesting to see him kind of put out there in the front a little bit more, and see him really sort of get into the more physical aspects of what goes on in Total Drama, and then just his sort of surprised delight at having pulled it off. And of course his refusal to give her Scarlet, for some reason I keep wanting to call her Rachel, any real credit for what she did. And of course he even mentions that, talks about his mojo, which just really goes to reinforce that he's totally meant to be a riff on Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers movies. But, that's okay. I mean, characters who are meant to be riffs on characters from other movies are hardly new to Total Drama. I was reading some of the fan comments. Apparently Rodney was meant to be a nod to Wreck-It Ralph. Sorry, I've not seen that movie. I've heard it's very good, but yeah, I just haven't got around to watching it yet. Anyway, another person who did surprisingly well this time around was Dave, which I liked. He's I didn't really have the greatest expectations from Dave out of the gate, but he's growing there. He's one of those characters who I think it takes him a little time to really take off. But I'm starting to have some pretty high hopes for Dave. He's getting to be a much more interesting character. Another thing that I noticed this episode was something that I talked about the other day about, give characters what they want in the most painful way possible. And in a way, this is kind of what happens to Sean this time around. He finally gets it through his head that, maybe there's more to life than obsessing over the zombie apocalypse. And just as he does that, he's thinking about, maybe I should ask Jasmine out on a date. He goes, and just because he hasn't quite arrived at that I should stop obsessing without zombies stage, goes and really messes things up with Jasmine and doesn't realize it. So again, it's the worst. What you kind of, a lot of people were probably rooting for happen to Sean happens, but it happens in the worst possible way for him. So yes, he realizes, maybe Jasmine is into me, but then he just goes and completely mucks up his relationship with Jasmine and doesn't even realize it. So, while Total Drama's writing has always been pretty solid, this is some very smart writing. This is the writers who are really working. What's a good way to put it? Using sort of the rules of good writing to a very, very good effect. Let's put it that way. And, yeah, I really can't think of too much else that I have to say. I definitely did enjoy the particular challenge with them battling it out with those crazy sticks on the dock. It reminds me of, well, actually, they basically kind of have this event on the American Gladiators show. I know they even did a British version of that. I think it was called Gladiators UK. It was like, well, whatever. But anyway, that was definitely a nice event. I got a kick out of that. And yeah, of course we continue to see that Sugar just absolutely despises Ella. And I think Ella is. They're just putting way too much on the front for her not to be on the chopping block very, very soon. And with Chris's thing about if you sing one more time, you're getting the boot. Well, that's just, that's Chekhov's gun, I guess I should say. If you're a TV tropes reader, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys this time around. Again, this is proven to be another really solid, very enjoyable season of Total Drama. So until next time, take care and have a good one.